But
because
no,
these stay with me until it is. Welcome to the Two Brothers and Two Mothers podcasting show. I'm your host Kevin, and this is Alex. How you doing
it's
tonight?
long time no see, buddy. We're back.
Been a while, huh?
Oh man. Well, I'll get into a little bit of discussion a little bit later in the show as to why it's been a while. There's been some circumstances beyond my control that have occurred, and I needed a little bit of a break. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, it's um, wasn't expected, but as I don't know if anyone could tell by the quality, but I am not on my iPod anymore.
No, you're not. No, you are not. You are on. Where now? We're matchy now.
Yes, no more setting up a tripod, making sure the freaking AirPods are charged up.
A more comfortable environment for you.
Oh yeah, that definitely feels old. Oh god, it just feels so much better.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
Reminds me of the days when we used to do this in Skype.
Uh huh.
I did, I did it through the the Xbox One back in the day,
Yeah, with the
the big old headset.
zooming in and out. Right. Yep. Those were the days.
Dogs down here. Yeah. Wow. 2 months.
2 months.
Year and what? Year and 6 months now.
Yeah. Yep.
Took
And
this to come.
yeah. As you can see by our branding, there's been some changes. So this is a new beginning with new capabilities and new things. We're still the same. We're still our cookie selves, but it is like a new beginning for us. New adventures, new capabilities. We hope you enjoy some of the things we're going to bring to the table. So
Just for you're going to be seeing it obviously as you're watching it, but a new introduction screen, which will basically be that but bigger.
Yep.
We still haven't decided on keeping the music or changing it, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But definitely, we're going to be framing out our spots and no more humming and hawing between different topics. So be changes to the editing and final product from what we started with.
Yeah, exactly. We've done enough practice that it's time to evolve. And so this is, like we said, like a new beginning.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 2 weeks now since I've had this.
Yeah.
Practically every night playing with DaVinci Studio.
Yep.
We're not sponsored by anybody, and we're not getting paid for it, but definitely glad I went with that.
Well, yeah. I mean, they do a wonderful service to the community, and certainly it is a professional level product. So it's just amazing what you could do with technology. I mean, back in the day, you used to have two machines side by side, splicing and cutting tape to edit it how you wanted it to be. Now it's all click, 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 click.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember when I was there, when we were there in October 2022, and we dabbled around a little bit. I forgot what we did. We added text.
Yep.
Or something like that, and then I don't think either, and obviously me, but I don't think even you realized what could be done with just a free version.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it provides a good benefit to the community because it is free to get started. you know, and you could do a really good product with the free version, you know. Um, and that gives, you know, companies like that deserve credit because it's not cheap to create something like that.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure we put a link in the description or something for them.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
our few but loyal viewers who hopefully will watch when we post it. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It's been a wild ride to pass. Now, ever since this dream started,
Yeah,
a year and a half ago now.
it has been. And, you know, um, the thing is, it's us still continuing us, even though we're 3,000 miles apart. And
Oh
that's just the most special and amazing feeling that, you know, we're still here,
yeah, right.
you know. But yeah, I just, over the past few months, had some missteps, and we're back.
Oh yeah.
So let me explain what those missteps are.
Yeah, if you're comfortable enough.
Had a medical issue with a family member a couple times. Then we had a roof leak, which has just got fixed yesterday.
God.
And we had a fire. So it's been a wild ride.
Damn.
So,
Yeah,
you
it's
know, just
good
needed
enough
some time
to
to,
not be worried about doing this, but
yeah, needed some time to gather myself.
yeah, you know, it's Jesus, you ox. Get out of there. He's chewing his bone inside the freaking Colossus case.
What?
Half his bone is stuck inside the Colossus case because the bottom's opened. But, yeah, dude, the past 2 months, like, you know, that I won't lie, there was definitely multiple times throughout it. It's like, you know, do I even want to anymore?
I know.
Like, it's nice not having to like schedule time and.
Yeah, no,
So
I agree. We need to get back to
Then
that.
it was like, man, what's the point of getting a computer if I'm not going to use it?
Exactly. No, I agree. It just was a very difficult time. Very, very difficult time. And I couldn't really, I felt like I couldn't apply myself properly.
It happens to everybody, dude. Like,
You know, you have to apply yourself to the educational tool.
well, I mean, if you want to, you could. I personally won't,
But, you know, the thing is you overcome, you realize what's important. And obviously this is me and you.
oh yeah.
So, you know, I just needed a mental break. Seriously, it was just a lot of heavy lifting, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure if that didn't all happen when it did, we never would have stopped. But
Exactly.
sometimes it comes at a good point, and things happen for a reason. And
Yep.
you know, what are you gonna do? It's it is what it is so they say. But everything has its reason.
Yep.
We
We're back.
get this,
Yep.
and that's that.
You know, maybe that space and time was meant also for you to get the system.
That's possible.
Divine intervention, buddy. You never know.
It was happening. It was going to happen. Like we got our things done, and I told her, I'm like, you know, almost every single year we get our tax money, we use it to financially reset and get ahead on some stuff and catch up on other things, and so I'm tired of that. So we got to do at least one. You know, if we're going to do one huge thing at one time, this has got to be it.
Right.
So she's got, you know, we had estimate for the flooring upstairs.
Oh, good.
As you saw when you were house hunting with us, that carpet was in atrocious shape.
Mm-hmm.
No deep cleaning was going to take care of those spots. So, yeah, by the end of this month, that carpet in the living room upstairs will be gone. They'll have nice laminate hardwood flooring,
Excellent.
and I got this.
Yeah.
Double
See,
crown.
I'm glad. I'm happy for you. And I just, you know, I was smiling and I actually got emotional when we were unboxing it.
Dude, I was crying, man. Like I
was crying for you. I was crying with you because I know how much it means. You know, I mean, how long has it been?
for a dedicated desktop like this,
Yeah.
about 11 years before I started doing everything either on my, well, at the time, my iPod Touch,
I know. I remember those days.
the phones,
Mm-hmm.
iPad, and some stuff through the Xbox internet browser, but
Right, but still,
an actual desktop like this, about 11 years.
how's it feel? Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Oh my God. You know,
To describe it in one word, home.
it feels like home. Yep.
All these years, I used to think like, man, if I get another desktop, am I really going to use it? The usual things I brought up with you, like, oh, having this iPad with the keyboard it's like having a laptop.
And it's true.
It is, but
You still can't beat the horsepower of a freaking desktop.
you can't. Obviously, you can't beat the horsepower, but then you start realizing there are certain things you can't do on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, well, I really miss it, but even when I had the Colossus computer, I wasn't using it that much. But on the other hand, it was at the end of its life.
Yeah.
It was no one's fault. It's just
No.
it aged out at the wrong time. Really, I mean,
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
it.
But at least they gave you a long life of service.
It gave me 4 years,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. You know, and now you see what technology.
It aged out at the wrong time, and it served its purpose for like 2 more years after doing taxes on it, before I finally went full. I was still at the time iPod Touch, and
Mhm.
that's all I was doing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but man,
4 years doing taxes on this. It's strictly just a tax machine.
having a nice expansive screen now, you can see more clearer.
Oh God, no! Having a freaking
I can imagine.
especially if you're trying to show me something on your phone, you're just holding up to your camera like this, and I'm looking at it through my phone screen. It's like, yeah,
I know because I see you like filling the screen almost, and it's
like this.
Oh yeah, man. I'm happy. I'm happy that.
Dude, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, because why would it be?
Yeah, no.
Payment goes through and everything else. Freaking wake up the next day. The first time, wake up the next morning, I'm like, payment declined. Freaking pain in the ass.
I know, but you got it.
Hmm.
And let me tell you, it uses about 10% of the energy that Colossus did.
Dude, the fact that you can't even hear it,
I know.
even rendering videos and stuff, I can barely hear it.
I know. It's a beautiful machine. Very powerful for what it is. I think this is the future of computing form factors, to be honest with you. Granted, you have to spec it when you order it. Upgradability is an issue, but
Well, here's the thing. If you know that before you get into it, there's not a problem.
right.
If you get into it and you haven't done any research on it, and you figure, oh, I'll just buy I'll get 32 gig of RAM instead of 64 or 128.
Right.
I'll upgrade it later. And then you find out afterwards, oops, can't upgrade it.
That's why I did a lot of research before ordering mine. What was required? What did I need? And I spec'd it above what I needed, so it can last.
I was on the I can't remember if it was the Mac Studio Reddit or the DaVinci Resolve Reddit, but I was on one of those two, and somebody's like, "Oh, I have an M2 Mac Studio M2 Max. I only got 32 gig of RAM, and it's struggling to keep up."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so I replied to the guy. I'm like, "Look, I just got a M2 Ultra with a 64 gig of RAM. So obviously, I'm not comparing an Ultra to a Max, but if you only got 32 gig of RAM."
Yeah, it all depends on your use case. I always know what programs are going to get more bloated, more hungry, and you plan ahead for that.
Right.
But it's interesting that I was watching something earlier, and they had a system with 8 gig of RAM. It was running Windows 11. Just Windows 11, and it's just as bloated. Just how bloated it is. It eats up at idle 4 gig of RAM.
Damn.
Yeah, it tells you something. Yeah, you have to always spec above. I know for a lot of people, cost is a concern. I get that.
Oh yeah.
These machines aren't cheap.
Okay. No computer is cheap nowadays.
But if you can spec it above what you need, that way you're not stuck later. Because everything is now going to solder components.
The best advice I ever got when I wanted to build my own, computer, not have one built for me, was build it for 5 years from now.
Yeah, exactly.
At the time, because remember, this is 1998.
Yep.
So thinking that far ahead was going to be plausible enough because things weren't rapidly evolving and developing the way they are nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget my father.
I remember.
What the hell are you going to do with a 2 gig hard drive? Why the hell do you need 512 mega RAM? 256 is fine. You're never going to need all that. 2 gig hard drive. You're never going to fill all that up. What are you possibly going to put on there? You'll never fill it up. Dad, I'm thinking about the future. Programs are going to get bigger. Things come, things go.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, we're going to need the space. So if I can get it, I just don't understand why you would get it if you're not going to need all that space. I don't know. Because I can. And because I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, what was it, 3 months?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, if I bought some RAM, maybe you could upgrade my RAM, my computer. Like, why is that, Dad? Well, 256 is kind of slowly not becoming enough, and my motherboard can take 512, so I figure if I bought another 256 stick, I could have it put in and I'll be stuck for a while. I'm like, oh, thinking for the future, huh?
Yep.
So, Dad, when it comes to computers, never buy for what you need now. Buy for what you need, even 3 years from now.
It's the same thing way I tell people with cars. Here's the thing, because everything's always negotiable. Don't necessarily look at price. Look at the features you want, because once you get it, you're potentially stuck with it for the next 20, 30 years.
Right.
Okay. So when I spec a car, I always get what I need. The features that I need to be able to function safely.
Right.
It's not about luxury or gadget. It's about what I need.
No, I
And,
remember. I remember when we got the Fusion.
mm-hmm.
My only, the only non-negotiable feature for the car was it had to have all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
For having a driveway, what the hell, like you remember?
Mm-hmm.
This car just literally happened to fall into my cousin's lap, which fell in our lap, and literally 3 days later, we're buying a car. I remember, people looking at it here and there. What the heck? You need all this for? You got GPS, you got this, you got this. Da, 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 da. You really need all this? I said, no. So I didn't need any of this. All I needed was the all-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I cared about.
But the way they package it.
I said, this just happened to be the car that fell into the lap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I mean, do you really need it though? No. I didn't ask for it. Is it nice to have? Of course. If I got the same car without all that stuff, would I be happy? Sure, because I never would have had it.
Right.
I didn't have it before, so it's not like I lost anything.
Right.
So, that's what I always say about that, because I remember hearing a lot of stuff about most people be able to afford a car that's got all this fancy stuff in it. I'm like, well, I didn't ask for any of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need GPS. I didn't need satellite radio. I don't need a backup camera.
But they help. They help, don't they?
All I wanted was a car with all-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
A sedan. That's it. I called my cousin. I said, any chance you have any cars in the lot? Sedan with all-wheel drive? He's like, yeah, I just got one in like an hour ago. It's not even in the books yet.
Mm.
He goes, once it's in, it's going to be gone in a day or two. And this isn't salesman cousin telling you this. This is me telling you as a friend.
Yeah. I know. It's just one of those things that, when I spec my car, I knew what I wanted. I knew exactly what I wanted in it. I ordered everything, and guess what? It's a 2008. She's still driving. She's still running. Everything still works perfectly.
Right.
Hey, gets the job done.
Yeah, and being out there, you're going to get another 15, 20 years out of it probably.
Oh, yeah. No salt. It's the single biggest killer of cars is the salt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you see a lot here. A lot of like old classics. The 57 Chevys. The old Fords.
Any El Caminos?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Oh.
They look brand new.
Mm.
Okay. Now, granted, I'm sure they get repainted because the sun eats up the clear coat. Okay. They're going to get paint up. But still, no rust, no corrosion.
Man, the El Camino might be my personal favorite classic car.
Carla used to work at El Camino Elementary School.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Obviously, you've probably been in one to know what it's like, I presume.
Of course. My grandparents had one.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. All four of us up front with the dog, with their dog, and plenty of trips to the cottage with it.
Really?
Oh yeah, nice red. Not too dark, not too bright.
Mm-hmm.
That perfect, almost like the red in our logo up there. Almost
Yeah.
maybe a
Nice.
touch darker than that, but
Hmm. Maybe we can shop around out here, eh? And, it's just amazing what you see in a fair weather climate. I mean, just cars that last forever. You know, like, coming from there, we know salt eats the cars. You know you're gonna after 10, 15 years, you're gonna get rid of it.
yeah,
It's it's sad. I mean,
anyways,
without the salt, we'd be screwed. Okay, so it's kind of a catch-22.
like what cost of rust and performance malfunctions.
Yeah, it's not so much. The thing is it's the frames. Once your frame goes, you can't even get it inspected anymore. So
Oh my god, that's crazy, dude.
yeah,
But yeah, this is a great feeling.
I can tell. Like I said, when I saw your smile, it made my day. It really made my day to see.
About every freaking day, man.
It made my day. I was telling Carla about it. I said, you know, it's just so nice to see coming smiling like that. It just
Yeah, it's needs to happen more often sometimes, but
I know
enough.
it was such just a wonderful, wonderful feeling. A quick shift in topic. So an update also. Um, I'm sure you guys have seen me in the show fluctuating in body weight.
Hmm.
I'm proud to report that I've gained 50 pounds since my lowest level.
Jesus.
And my blood work is perfect.
Nice.
So, all in all, I'm doing much better. You
Yeah,
know,
it's, worrisome.
going through a roller coaster like that, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one that's excommunicated themselves from everybody.
Mm-hmm. Um, you know, it made me realize something that you can't keep sacrificing yourself. And this is what Carla teaches me. You gotta love yourself first before you can love somebody else.
Right.
Don't be afraid to be a little selfish for you either.
Yeah, it's always good to be a little selfish, obviously. You gotta
Oh yeah.
worry about
You know what? After going through all that personal hell and finally finding someone who just genuinely, sincerely loves me purely and not looking after for something is the most wonderful, amazing, beautiful feeling in the world.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
To say I'm finally here, you know, I did it. You know, after going through all the trials and tribulations, standing up for myself and saying, no more. No more.
There's only so much you could take.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like I said, I'm in a very happy place. You know, a very happy place. And let me tell you, that authentic Mexican food, man.
Oh
To
yeah,
get
yeah, man. Oh god, I have
to get it on to see. I want this. She makes something called a munuelo, which is, you know, the tortilla dough before it's actually a tortilla.
yeah.
Cut it up, you fry it, and that little thing. It is a really nice bread substitute. It's so good. Mom eats almost sugar. Not the healthiest thing, but oh, it's just the most amazing thing. I mean, really, it's amazing how we can share culture. Yes, she said something.
Thank God.
Matter of fact, we got our Easter in a month. Why don't you come on down for some filming?
You gotta have some freaking flash frozen and freaking whoop and dry ice.
You know, I've been thinking about it. I don't know how we can get that
Slice, man.
done. No, we're thinking about actually making one, not baking it, freezing it, and then just sending it. Throw it in your oven.
It's up to you guys. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you yes because you guys, your mother's had to do all the work on it. But
Yeah, I know.
if when it happens, it's completely at your discretion to.
Yeah, actually, gonna make you a care package here in a little bit and send you some stuff. But there's some things I missed from there that I'm gonna be asking for if you don't mind at some point.
Oh yeah.
But I tell you, coming out here shows you a lot of what we had there. Some parts that we miss that are very good, and some parts that we don't miss that kind of suck.
Right.
I always tell everybody, oh, Wegmans this and that. I said, listen, you guys don't know what it's like living in a place that doesn't have a decent grocery store. They go, you guys take it for granted because it's all over the place. But man, let me tell you, and there are places here that are close. Give them that. Nothing beats the little Weggies.
Oh, they're so expensive though. And Tops isn't much better, but at least Tops pretends to have their sales and puts everything on their bonus card.
Ah,
You're still paying the same no matter what, but
yeah. So where do you go now?
I go between Tops and Wegmans mostly.
Mm-hmm.
At least Tops, you got the bonus card. You can use those points towards cheaper gas at least. So
Oh, that's good. It's the same thing here. We got the Albertsons thing, of course.
yeah, I did it last year. I think I got like 50 cents off a gallon. So
Mm-hmm.
I let that thing go down as far as I could and freaking cash those points and got 50 cents off and got it for $3 a gallon.
Man, nothing will beat that $7 a gallon. There.
Yeah, never again.
Well, we're up to $4.60 now.
That's still better than 7.
Yeah, tell me about it. You know what they're doing is they're gearing us up for higher prices now, getting us accustomed to it.
Of course. They give you a little taste, drop it back down, and then gradually increase it again. A lot more subtly and slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Before you realize that you're back to where it was. And you're still bitching about it, but you're not shocked.
Right. Yeah. Well, I can see the day where we're back to $1.50. I can really see the day because there's going to be a breaking point at some point. Let's say they do switch to all electric in the next couple of, whatever decade or so it is. Okay. So if you lose 40% of your demand, but you still have cars out there that need it, by losing that demand, shouldn't prices be coming down?
They should.
Yeah.
But what they'll do to combat that is they'll just produce less oil.
Yep.
Keep it proportionate.
Keep the supply tight. Yeah.
Keep the supply proportionate to the demand. and then they can justify the price by saying, well, not as many people are driving, we don't have to make as much, therefore the price stays the same because
There's less supply.
there's less supply, less demand.
Yeah.
We're not going to keep making the same amount because there's less using it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to get a car before the electric changeover. Because as good as they are for little runabouts to go short trips, the store and back or whatever, you can't go long distances with them.
No, they need to figure out the what's those cars there? They got gas for long trips and battery for short trips.
Mm-hmm. Those hybrids, plug-in.
Those hybrids, yeah, figure out those ones. And then they're also going to have to figure out the charging.
Yeah, greater speed. We can plug it in an hour, it fills it up. I mean, in an hour.
The way, the basic way I understand it is if your battery is low, you put on the charger, the ions have all the space in the world to go to, so it charges faster. But once it starts filling up, it's not like they go in an order.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like having a parking lot with 100 cars. Of course, you're going to get, the first 50 are going to get the closest ones. Then you got to start cherry picking.
Yeah.
It'll take longer for those cars to find, the last 30, 40 spots.
Yep. So that's the thing they have to do. They got to build the infrastructure out properly. Everybody gets a quick charge if they want to do that, because it's easy. You pull in, put the nozzle in, fill it up, and you're gone in 5 minutes. Continue.
Right. That's the other thing is they're going to have to get the charging down to the equivalent of how long it takes to fill up an empty gas tank.
Yep.
With the understanding that you're not going to get 100%, but you're going to go from 20 to 80
Exactly.
in 5 minutes.
Yeah, get another 500 miles out of it, fill it up again, another 500. That's how it should be done. Okay. Now, I'm all for lowering emissions and this cleaning up the air, because you know what? We all have allergies. But there has to be a way they can design an internal combustion engine that omits nothing but heat vapor.
Right.
Air pressure. There has to be a technology, and I was actually studying piston design, and they've done it.
Well, how about the guy that created the car that goes, or invented the car that runs on water, tap water?
I know.
Took him out to the freaking woodshed and took those designs and burned them.
Yep.
But my question, I guess, would be, if someone was able to build a car that could run on water back then,
Why can't they do it now?
technology has advanced. Why hasn't someone done it again?
Well,
I'll tell you why.
I'll tell you a story.
Because that ends in you, quote unquote, being a suicide note.
Yep.
With a
But the thing is,
rope,
why
something strung around your neck,
Mm-hmm.
and the narrative gets pushed. Oh, he must have been depressed.
Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Let me tell you a quick story. Troy was telling me a buddy of his bought a Mustang from a Ford dealer. This is
Yes.
back in the 70s. And he goes, we got a problem because my gas gauge isn't going down. I don't know how much gas I'm using. So they brought it in, checked it out, everything's fine. Well, it turns out they shipped it with an experimental carburetor that was getting 200 miles to the gallon. So it's kind of hush money. They say,
Damn.
keep your mouth shut. We're going to give you a new car every year until you die. So before fuel injection and all this crap, they had the designs already for it.
I mean, 200 miles a gallon is nice, but then you think about how long you're going to own it. You're eventually going to start getting paid for repairs. You're going to give me a car every year for free?
Mm-hmm.
My choice?
Mm-hmm. Get the car. Yeah.
No, this isn't a question. It is my choice, right? Because these stay with me until it is.
All this to say, the technology is there.
But as nice as that deal is, though, how long would you be able to stick with it before you got sick of driving Ford?
Yeah, I know.
And if if you follow the hush hush rules like they want you to, how many times are you gonna? Oh my God, another Ford! Don't you get anything different?
Well, it's like the people who work for Ford get a massive employee discount.
Of course, it's different though.
Yeah.
But if that was you and I, every year you're getting a new Ford. At some point, I'm going to be asking, like, dude, don't you want to drive anything else?
Yeah.
And if you abide by the hush part of it, then what are you going to say?
Yeah.
I really like Ford. Like, okay, cool, but aren't you sick of it? Don't you want something different?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, buddy, it's been a hell of a ride.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a ride. We're back.
Yep.
And we're better than ever.
Oh, yeah. I did some video game clip editing too.
I saw that.
Dude, that first one took me like 4 hours because I kept messing up.
Well, it's part of learning. Trial and error, right?
Somehow the audio and the video got desync from each other, so they were off by like 5 seconds. I couldn't fix it.
Sounds like early 90s digital Time Warner cable.
It could have been. That's exactly what it looked like, because you see our mouths moving, and then like 3 seconds later, that audio kicks in finally. It's like, why the hell is it off? I couldn't figure it out at all. I freaking deleted it, started over, deleted it, started over, deleted it. Like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
4 hours later, I finally got down. It's like, oh, thank God.
If you think about it, it's just like how we first started learning computers, right? You just try it, trial and error.
Well, I mean, I had a head start from being out there and playing around with it and things like that. But the actual editing, none of that.
I know.
I mean, back when we were there, all we did was add some text here and there.
Yeah, add some text, and rest assured, our product will be more polished going forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best, as will you. And
yeah, I mean, we're not professionals by no means, but we can get there.
I hope we can. If I can get that good, then
yeah,
gotta find a way to make money off of it.
Oh, sure.
But
anyway,
another year from now or so.
Yep.
But
anyways, it's getting really close to my dinner time, so I'm gonna have to go. Gotta fill my gas tank up. Only then to release it tomorrow morning. But anyway, I digress. Guys, we're back. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. As always,
Come on, hurry up. Come on, hurry up.
you're having a Skype visitor?
Where's Kathy?
She's downstairs at the moment.
All right, there he is.
Can I see her?
Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
Connor wants to see you. Hold on.
Wants to see me.
Connor wants to see you.
Connor,
Yeah, she's asking for you.
you're all done?
Almost.
Watch.
Oh,
Don't worry. Come on.
did you?
Y'all want something to show?
We're almost done, yeah. But
Hi.
we're in overtime for you now, buddy.
Where is my young man?
Say hi.
Hi.
Don't be shy.
Hi, how are ya?
Good.
Oh, high school, honey.
Good.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Stop.
Oh man. Look
And there's another special guest.
at
Hi. I forgot her
Coco.
name. Coco. Hi, Coco. She used to lick me every time I sat on the floor.
Oh, yes. Okay,
yeah,
I'm going downstairs. You have a good night.
Bye.
Love you.
You got 10 minutes left.
Well, no, Connor, we're almost done. Good seeing you, Kathy.
I'm gonna start.
Okay.
Can I see Nico?
He's sleeping.
Why is he
No.
always sleeping?
Connor.
What?
You like Sneeko?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because he's tired like
We'll
me.
see him some other time.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. He's tired. He's not feeling that well right now.
It's his nap time.
Yeah, it's just nap time.
How often does he take a nap?
How often? Every day?
No. Like how often in a day?
I don't know.
After he smokes his cigarettes. Does Nico have a schedule?
What was that, buddy?
Does Nico have a schedule?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
So first he's inside playing his computer, then he goes outside and smokes his cigarettes, then he comes back in and goes upstairs and take a nap.
Yeah, you could say that.
Good memory, kid.
Yeah. Wow.
Is that the correct order?
Pretty much.
So smoking his cigarettes is the second thing.
I guess so, yeah.
So there's three things that he does on his schedule.
Yeah, in addition to eating
Don't forget eating. Farting.
and
Everybody farts.
yeah, exactly.
Tell Nico I said hi.
I will tell him, yes.
Okay.
Okay, buddy. Well, listen, it was nice seeing you.
Ugh.
Okay.
You're doing
Bye.
great. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Bye, Connor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was a fun-packed little ending.
Yep. So, guys, like I said, we're back. Thank you for your patience and understanding. And to conclude the episode, as always, parents, be there for your kids. Embrace them, coach them, teach them. They're our future. They're beautiful innocence. Love them. Ask them how their day is going. Be involved in their life as much as you can every day. Always, always, always advocate for your children. And also, don't be afraid to pay it forward for your neighbor. You know, you may just help someone. Get them a cup of coffee behind you in the line. Oh, you know, we could change the world through a couple positive things. Let's do it. Let's come together. Anyway, we'll see you next week. And we're back.
Hell yeah. And better than ever.
And better than ever.
Hopefully you guys enjoy the improvements. The quality of the video and the audio hopefully is better than it used to be. Hopefully you enjoy the new introduction loading screen and the stuff that we edited in and change and
Please
down
give us
a little bit.
please give us feedback. It'll help us to create a better product for you, because you're the reason why we do this. So
That sounds great. Well, that's all for tonight. You said everything about as good as it could be said. So
thank you, and we'll see you guys next week.
yes, have a good night and see you next week.
Have a good night. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.